Hello and welcome to Brush My Quant channel. This is a two-part video. The link to the first part on inequalities basic is in the description of this video. Please go through that and then come back to this video to understand how to solve inequalities problems. Before we start, I would encourage you to go and subscribe to this channel to receive continuous updates from us. So let's get started. So in this video, we'll be talking about combining inequalities. We'll do a quick recap of the type of inequalities because we are going to use this when we are solving the problems in this video. Then we'll learn two methods of solving inequalities problems. The first one is using algebra, which might be a bit lengthier. And the second method is using a sine wave method or a wave method or a wavy method. So let's look at combining inequalities now. So let's say we were solving a problem and we got two solutions after solving the inequality problem. And the two solutions were x is greater than or equal to -2 and x is greater than or equal to 1. Our final solution will be a solution which is a combination of both of these. So let's plot these two solutions on the number line. If we plot x is greater than or equal to -2, we are going to get this line. And if we are plotting x is greater than or equal to 1, we are going to get this line. Now our final solution will be the solution which is common in both of them. And in this case, it is nothing but x is greater than or equal to 1. Remember this concept because we are going to use this while solving the problems using method 1. Now let's do a quick recap of the different types of inequality problems. So in the previous video, we have seen that typically there are 4 types of inequality problems. The questions can be where you have x into y is greater than 0 or x divided by y is greater than 0. This means both x and y have the same sign. So either both are positive or both are negative. The third and fourth type where x into y is less than 0 or x divided by y is less than 0. That means both of them have different signs. So either x is positive and y is negative or x is negative and y is positive. So with this, let's start learning how to solve the inequality problems. So we'll be solving inequality problems using two methods. Let's start with the algebra method. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, so let's discuss this. So find the range of values of x given that x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 3 is greater than 0. So if you notice, this is actually of the form a into b is greater than 0. And we know that in this case, both a and b will have the same sign. That means either both a and b are positive or both a and b are negative. So let's take two cases. In the first case, we are saying both x minus 2 and x minus 3 are positive. And in the second case, x minus 2 is negative and x minus 3 is also negative. So if you simplify this, this becomes x is greater than 2 and this becomes x is greater than 3. This becomes x is less than 2 and this becomes x is less than 3. Now if you draw this on the number line in both the cases, then here we have, let's say 0.2 and 0.3. Here also we have 0.2 and 0.3. So we are saying x is greater than 2. So this one, x is greater than 3. So this one. So common part is x is greater than 3. So in this case, the solution is x is greater than 3. And in this case, we have x is less than 2 and x is less than 3. So the common part is x is less than 2. So in this case, the solution is x is less than 2. So our final solution is x is either less than 2 or x is greater than 3. Now let's try out some values in this range just to cross check whether our solution is correct or not. So x is less than 2. That means we can take x is equal to 0 and substitute in this equation to have 0 minus 2 multiplied by 0 minus 3, which is nothing but minus 2 multiplied by minus 3, which is plus 6, and we know it is greater than 0. You can also go ahead and check for x greater than 3 and you will see that the equation will be satisfied. That means our solution is correct. Let's try one more. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, so let's try this. So find the range of values of x given that x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 3 is less than 0. So this is of the form a into b is less than 0. That means both a and b have opposite signs. So let's take two cases. So in the first case, we are going to have x plus 2 positive and x minus 3 negative. And in second case, we'll have x plus 2 negative and x minus 3 positive. So let's simplify this. X greater than minus 2, x less than 3. Let's plot it on the number line. So we'll plot 2 points, minus 2 and 3. So x is greater than minus 2 and x is less than 3. This gives us the common solution as x lies between minus 2 and 3. Let's try the right side. So x is less than minus 2 and x is greater than 3. Let's plot this on the number line. So we'll have minus 2, so x less than minus 2 and x greater than 3. Since there is no intersection in this solution, so there is no solution in this part. So our final answer is x lies between minus 2 and 3. Again, you can substitute some values of x in between minus 2 and 3 and put in this and check whether the solution is correct or not. Let's try one more. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, let's try this. Find the range of values of x given that 2x plus 3 multiplied by 3x minus 4 is greater than 0. Again, this is of the form a into b is greater than 0. Let's take two cases. So either both are positive or both are negative. So let's take the positive case. So that means x is greater than minus 3 by 2 and x is greater than 4 by 3. If you draw it on the number line and check, your final answer will be x is greater than 4 by 3. Now let's take both of them negative. So 2x plus 3 is less than 0 and 3x minus 4 is less than 0. If you simplify this, x is less than minus 3 by 2 and x is less than 4 by 3. If you plot on the number line, your final answer will be x is less than minus 3 by 2. So your answer is x is less than minus 3 by 2 or x is greater than 4 by 3. Now this method might be looking a bit lengthy. So let's learn one more method which is actually easier than this and also faster than this. So this method is called as sine wave method or wave method or also wavy method. Let's try out the same problem. So what we are going to do in this is we are going to take these values and see what happens if this was equal to 0. So if this was equal to 0, we would have taken the values of x as 2 and 3, right? So let's go ahead and plot those values on the number line. And the way this method works is we are going to draw a sine curve. If you remember, the sine curve is alternate positive, negative. So in this case, we are going to draw the sine curve from right top. We are going to go down in the first solution, come up in the second solution, and if there was a third solution, again we would have gone down. Now once you draw this, any point above this line and below the sine curve, we are going to write positive. Any point above the sine curve and below this line, we are going to write negative. Now if the question is asking greater than 0, we are going to take those values wherever we have this positive sign. So in this case, the positive sign is in x is greater than 3 or x is less than 2. And if you remember, this is the solution which we got by using algebra. So let's do a quick recap of this. So first of all, we are going to put this value as equal to 0 and compute the value of x. We are going to plot those 2 points. And then we are going to draw a sine curve starting from right top, going down in the first solution, then coming up in the second solution. And if there was a third solution, we would have gone down. So any point above this number line and below the sine curve, we are going to write positive. And any point below the line and above the sine curve, we are going to write negative. We are going to check what is the sign of the quotient since it is greater than 0. So we are going to consider only those values wherever we have positive sign. So in this case, x greater than 3 and x less than 2. If the quotient was less than 0, we would have taken the answer as x lies between 2 and 3. Let's try more problems. So in this case, we'll again assume that this is equal to 0 and get the value of x as minus 2 and 3. We are going to plot those two values on the number line. So let me plot minus 2 and 3. I'm going to draw a sine curve starting from right top, going down in the first solution, coming up in the second one, and then again going down if required. In this case, it's not required. We are going to write positive below the sine curve and above the number line, and negative above the sine curve and below the number line. Since the question is saying less than 0, so we are going to take negative value, which is nothing but x lies between minus 2 and 3. Let's try more problems. So find the range of values of x given that 2x plus 3 multiplied by 3x minus 4 is greater than 0. Again, we are going to assume that it is equal to 0 and find value of x. So x is minus 3 by 2 or 4 by 3. Now let's plot these values on the number line. So we'll get minus 3 by 2, which is minus 1.5. So let me put minus 3 by 2 here and 4 by 3 somewhere here. We are going to draw the sine curve going down in the first solution, coming up in the second solution. We are going to write positive here and we are going to write negative here. Since the question is greater than 0, so our solution is x is greater than 4 by 3 and x is less than minus 3 by 2. If the question was greater than equal to 0, then we need to check the boundary condition. That means I need to put x is equal to minus 3 by 2 in this and check whether it satisfies or not. Similarly, I need to put x is equal to 4 by 3 in this and check whether it satisfies or not. In both of those cases, it will satisfy. So our solution will change to x is less than equal to minus 3 by 2 and x is greater than equal to 4 by 2. Let's try one more. So find the range of values of x given that x plus 2 multiplied by 3 minus x is greater than 0. So let's find the value of x assuming it is 0. So minus 2 and 3. Now let's plot the two numbers on the number line. We'll put minus 2 and 3. Let's draw the sine curve. And we'll write positive here and we'll write negative here. Since the question is greater than 0, so our solution is x is greater than 3 and x is less than minus 2. Let's check whether the solution is correct or not. So we'll take a value of x greater than 3, let's say x is equal to 4, and substitute in this. We are going to get 6 multiplied by minus 1, which is minus 6. And we know this is not greater than 0. That means our solution is not correct. So this is the point where I want you to note that this method works only when the coefficient of x is positive. But in this case, the coefficient of x is negative. So we need to make sure that we are making the coefficient of x positive first. So let's multiply with minus 1 on both the sides. And we will have x plus 2 multiplied with x minus 3 is less than 0. Now the solution will be similar, but just that now we have less than 0. That means our solution will be x lies between minus 2 and 3. Let's put some value of x in this range. So if you put x is equal to 0 in this, you will get 2 multiplied with 3, which is nothing but 6, which is greater than 0. So remember that in order to use this method, the coefficient of x has to be positive. Hope you are able to understand both the methods of solving an inequality problem. If you did, please go ahead and like the video, provide your valuable comments, do share this video with your friends, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.